Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Ryan with IowaClassicCars, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to see if we can get a 1966 Chevy Belair running again. All right, everyone, so a couple weeks ago I picked up this 66 Belair with a couple other cars, one of which was the 1970 Olds Delta 88. And these cars were basically bound for the scrap yard. The property got sold, and the guy basically said, I need to get these cars cleaned up, and if you don't want them, they're probably just going to scrap. So this is a 66 Belair. It's a four-door sedan, bottom of the barrel. It is not a Biscayne. I guess the trim line's the middle option, but the options on this car are definitely bottom of the barrel. It's a 6-cylinder 3-speed. Radio delete car. Just pretty much as cheap as you can get. The original owner of this was actually a doctor who drove Buicks and Cadillacs, and he thought that he'd buy this car just because of how cheap it was. So saved himself a ton of money there. Didn't have any frills, but yeah, she's pretty solid really for what it is. It does have an old repair here. You can see the old the holes where they drilled to pull the dent out, but it's got some fresh tires on it. It's nice and solid in the frame and the floors. The only problem is the motor's stuck. Let's take a look at it. So this is a 250 inline 6 with a 3-speed manual. It does have good oil. Nice black oil. The carburetor is not seized. I can't get this dang thing back in there. There we go. The carburetor, like I said, is not seized, but the motor is. So it's kind of a shame that this car is so nice and for some reason the motor's stuck. But what we're going to do today, today is Wednesday, we're going to see if we can get the spark plugs pulled out, get some Marvel Mist oil down the cylinders, and this weekend come back to it and see if we can actually get it broke free. So let's get the old handy dandy oil squirter, the socket wrench, and let's get rolling. Another thing about this motor is that I pulled the oil fill, and from what I can see, it looks super sanitary and clean in there. So it's kind of surprising why this motor is locked up. And hell, even the plugs don't look bad. The threads are clean. A little bit of rust on the washer, but not bad. And definitely one of the better ones I've seen. So I know that there's a better way to do this than using this old thing, but my grandpa gave me this, and if you guys know what era this is from, let me know, but he's been gone for a while now, so I always use this thing. It's cool. I fill it with Marvel Mist oil and just fill those cylinders. All right, that's probably good. Let's just put the spark plug back in, just a couple turns, and put the wire back on. Come on, so I don't get them all confused. And we'll do that 5 more times. All right, let's before we get crazy here, I've got a bore scope. And that one's got some sludge and some oil on it, but again, not bad. Let's see if we can look down this bore here and see what we got. All right, there's the piston. God, I don't see any rust in that cylinder wall. I mean, that looks really good. All right, well, that's a good sign. So let's fill this cylinder up, and I guess we'll do this for the rest of them. If I see anything abnormal here, guys, I'll be sure to show you, but I'm not going to show you each cylinder if it looks this good. So good sign. Let's just let's keep filling them up. I'm definitely going to need some new spark plugs here. The whole contact just came out. That's honestly the first time I can say I've seen that happen before. Well, it just goes to show you never know what you're going to run into. All right, this cylinder doesn't look bad. Definitely has some rust on top of the piston there. The wall looks okay. It looks like there's like a spider or something living inside of here. Definitely a lot of cobwebs. So I think I'm gonna fill this cylinder as much as I can. I guess put more Marvel in this one than the other ones. And hopefully this is the only problem cylinder we see so far. This is number 4, so we have 2 left to go, but the other 3 look beautiful. All right, here's cylinder number 6. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I do see a little bit of rust in the cylinder walls there. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, a hone would probably take it out, but nonetheless, it is there. Honestly, I'm not really sure why this motor's stuck. I mean, this looks really healthy on the inside, you know, compared to some of the ones that I've seen. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is some rust on the cylinder wall there, but not bad. So again, we'll fill these 2 up and then wait a couple days, and hopefully this weekend we can have it running. All right, guys, so it's Sunday now. The weather is not looking the greatest today, so I put the car inside here. It's very, very close quarters, and I'll be crawling under this car here in a little bit, so I do not want to use my other wireless microphone. So if the audio needs any help, let me know, guys, for future videos. I'll try to make it better. But today we're working with what we have here. It is pretty tight. The first thing here, like I said, the motor's stuck. I've let it soak now. I've soaked it down twice for about 3 days. I am going to pull the battery first and just see if we can bump the motor over with the starter. It might not work, but these do not have like a typical inspection cover that I can see. I think it's like a small piece of like steel that kind of wraps around on the underside of the motor, and the starter goes through it. So I kind of want to avoid pulling that starter if we can. But obviously I'm just going to try it quick. This battery is not that old. It is junk, but the fact that there is an Everstart in here, I can't see this motor being stuck too much. So I'm going to put a fresh battery in it and just see with a screwdriver touching the contact, see if we can bump it over and hopefully get it unstuck here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but something's called this car home for a while, so we're gonna have to throw this away. Ugh, it stinks. Stinks horribly. Well, it's good fertilizer at least in the spring. I guess before we start here, let's see if any of the lights work. Nope, nothing in the dash. Well, we have one single light's working, so I guess that's not a good sign. All right, let's get this thing shut, turned off, and see if we can get the motor to turn over. Well, we've got nothing, so I'm going to change this cable. This end is not very good. All right, new battery cable. Guys, she's unstuck. Watch the fan. Oh my God. I can't believe that worked. Come on. Well, it's not happy, but hey, it's free. Or the battery's weak. That battery really wasn't the best one. It had 12.2 volts, but hey, it spins. Let's try here with the old Mortske repair loser switch. God, it's impossible to see. This garage is nice to keep your cars in, but hell, it's so dark in here. All right. That one's on the purple wire. It's almost like the teeth are bad or something. Okay, battery is dead, 11.8 volts, that's why it's just clicking. Top Don sent me another one of their awesome products. This is their Jump Surge JS2000 jump starter here. And I'm hoping, I've actually never used this thing before, but the reviews were super good. I looked it up online, you know, just how easy it is to use. The little instructions come with it, super easy. So let's turn this thing on here and actually put it to the test. Pretty standard jump starter stuff. Come on. All right. I want to show the engine. Hopefully it doesn't click this time. I would say that jump starter works. Oh, it's flashing. There we go. Motor is not locked up anymore. All right, let's get a new set of spark plugs, clean those points, and see if she'll run. I know no one's gonna believe me that motor came free like that, but I swear to God, that was, I was really hoping, because this garage is so freaking tight, I did not want to crawl underneath it, and the garage is all wet, and I was really, really hoping. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh boy. Oh man, those are tight. Grab a bigger screwdriver. I am not sure who put these screws on last, but I literally had to go to my parents' house and get the biggest screwdriver my dad had, and it's, I mean, this camera really doesn't do it justice. It's a good sized screwdriver, and even then it needed quite a bit of persuasion, but come on, they are both off of there finally. So let's get this cap off and see what we have to work with here. All right, so cap is like really nice on the inside. Little spider's nest in there, but nothing crazy. The rotor button looks fairly nice. And the points don't look terrible. I'll get some sandpaper though and see if we can clean them up a little bit and see if we can just get some spark here. All right, so maybe this isn't the right way to do it, but it's my way to do it. Just open these points up, put the sandpaper in there, and just kind of work it. Work it back and forth. We're definitely getting some corrosion already off of there just from doing that little 8 seconds worth. Yeah, a little bit of corrosion. And thank God these points have a separate condenser. You guys know how I feel about those unipoints. All right, guys. See if we have any spark here. Ooh. Yeah, we have good spark. That's for sure. Really good spark. Oh boy, how quickly things can change. I ran the Napa here to get some spark plugs, and heard on the radio that there is a tornado warning about 30 miles right that way, and it's moving straight for us. Good thing I put this car inside today. I hate that all of our daily drivers are sitting outside, but I guess we'll keep working until the tornadoes make us stop. So we'll come back here quick. I showed you guys earlier, we had some really good spark. Probably too much spark, actually. I wonder if the condenser is bad or possibly a coil's bad. I did buy all these parts brand new from Napa. I will do a tune-up on the car, but I'm not going to change anything. Let's just see if it will run as is. So the one thing I have to replace, you guys can't see this, is the spark plugs, because 2 of them are missing their contacts. So I'm just going to change those. We're going to put a little starting fluid in the carburetor, put all this back together, and see if we can get it to light off.
That way, it's going to smoke winter set. Oh my God. Dude, that's like a mile away from our house. Oh, it's going up. Oh, look at the debris. Oh my God. Oh, it went back down or something. Ooh, that is gonna smoke winter set.
All right, everybody, so for some reason I thought yesterday was Sunday, and it was actually Saturday, so today is Sunday. As you guys just saw, though, in that last clip, I believe what they're calling it is an EF3 tornado did hit Winterset almost directly. There are, as of today, I think 6 casualties, and while I was fortunate here that the tornado was like 15 miles from me, and thankfully we had no damage here, some people aren't so lucky, and that's I'm kind of taking some time today to reflect, and I think everyone else should too, is just how delicate life can be and how fragile life is. So you always have to live each day as it's your last, because you never know when the big man's going to call you home. And yesterday was very unfortunate. It's kind of a rare occurrence for March. I'm praying for everyone that was affected. I've got friends down there that were affected as well. I was texting them last night, making sure everyone's okay. Some property damage, but on my personal side of things, no casualties there. I don't know the people who passed, but unfortunately, it's just one of those things, and you have to take every moment you have and take it for granted, because you might not get another one. So again, I wanted to put that in there. I talked about the tornado, a couple hours before it actually happened. It was a monster storm, really, for Iowa especially. And while working on these cars is cool, I want to entertain people, but at the same time too, I don't want to just say, oh, there's a tornado in the background, and then when there's casualties involved. I mean, it's a time to reflect, and I hope everyone will understand that. However, with that, today is Sunday. It's nice out. I did push the car outside. Let's continue to work on this, and we'll get back to the video. All right, we got to put the rotor button on. Put the cap back on here. I'll screw that down. We'll finish up these 3 spark plugs, and let's see if we have any fire. All right, the Thunder is in the background. Let's just see what this battery has for voltage quick. Battery has 12.6 volts. That should be enough to start it anyways. I know people say don't use starting fluid, but just a little bit won't hurt anything. All right, now this thing should not run because we don't have a key, so it should just fire, and once I stop pushing the button, it should die. But we'll, come on. If it pops off, we'll come back and we'll get a cable and we'll have it run a little longer. All right, here we go. Ooh, it's trying. Ooh, a little too much there. Try it again. Oh, come on. Come on, she wants to. The battery needs a jump. That's no good. God, it's so close. I'll grab the jump pack and see if we can do something better with this. All right, got the jump pack on it. I wonder if we have sparks still. Let me grab an old spark plug. We have spark. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but we do have spark on the... And it's really good spark too. Maybe we just need some actual gas. Nope. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to charge the battery tonight and just come back tomorrow and hopefully then with a fresh battery we should be rocking and rolling here. So, all right, everyone. It kind of dawned on me here. The tornado's all gone. It's sunny out now. That I think we have some stuck valves. So I'm gonna pull this valve cover here, and we are going to confirm what I think is a very real possibility. All right, let's see if we can get this valve cover off. Got some fuel lines in the way. All right, you're gonna have to move those fuel lines. All right, gonna hook up the loser switch here. Come on. All right, let's watch these valves. All right, these two are good. Those two are good. Those two are good. This one is stuck open. This is number 4 cylinder. Number 5 is good. Number 6 is good. I think that just needs tightened down. That's awful loose. I hope you guys saw that. It looked like it had pretty good compression. Let's do it again. Okay. Let's click it again. Nope. Yep, she is stuck. So we got to pull that off of there and tap it with a hammer and put a little WD-40 on it. All right, guys, here it is again for everyone. So this push rod, I can pull it out again, I guess. And it's got good oil coming through it. Does not look bent. And it's pushing pretty good. So let's just get a hammer and tap on that valve and see if get her to move a little bit. Little PB blaster. I hope you guys can see. Pretty tight. Okay, so everyone knows that yesterday when we stopped here, this valve was all the way down, and I've been spraying it with some Marvel Mist Oil. Now this is the 5th time. I've just been letting it soak. The valve was all the way down, and I took a pry bar here because I do not have a Mortske valve puller. But I just put the pry bar in like that, and I've been tapping it down, and slowly but surely it is it's walking its way back up. So yeah, we're just gonna keep beating on this a little bit and see if we can get her. Yeah, so as you guys see, you hit it down and it just stays down. That's got it freed up though. But it's not, it's got it freed up, but it's not coming back. So I'm going to keep working this thing here until it's fluid, and we'll put that rocker shaft back on, and hopefully now she'll run. It's now moving. That works. I would say that we got that valve freed up. All right, I'm gonna put the jump pack on it again, and hopefully now we have some spark. All right, I'm gonna watch this one, see if we have spark still. We have awesome spark. Okay, so we have spark, we have air, because the carburetor is not seized. All I need now is fuel. And theoretically, she should run. Oh yeah, she's gonna run. She's gonna run. All right, so the next thing I have to do here is I need to wire up a constant hot to the points, because right now, the only thing that's keeping it going is when I start it. Okay, so I'll get my switch, go get some actual gasoline, and she'll run. God almighty, it's so close. Why won't it just fire off? What is going on here? I wonder if there's a vacuum leak right here. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. She did fire. Oh, come on. Don't tease me like that. Well, everyone, we did have a fire up here, but she's teasing me. I did put the gas tank, or the auxiliary tank, up to the fuel pump. We primed it enough to actually get fuel to the carburetor, and it fired, but we can do better than that. Nice again. Ready, Mr. Dustin? Yeah. There we go. That's awesome. Ready?
Yep.
Dustin, say hi to YouTube. Points on. That's incredible. Cool. All right, here we go. So Dustin, I'll let you start it.
Okay, all right.
Let me get my foot on the pedal here.
Just need to hit the button.
Points should be on.
Ready?
Yep.
You ready?
Oh, we're gonna start again? We wanna go for a drive?
Sure.
That we do. The battery died. Uh-oh. Carburetor definitely needs some cleaning. Nothing. Oh, my starter came off. All right, everyone, that's the conclusion of today's video. The lifters are getting freed up. It needs some hoses. As you can see, the mice have gotten into the heater hoses. The carburetor needs some fine adjustment. But with my old neighbor Dustin, his help here today, we got her going again, and it actually runs pretty good for being stuck. So, alrighty, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like rating before you leave. Leave any thoughts, questions, concerns down below, and if you're brand new, subscribe to the channel for more old car rescues and revivals. Thank you all for watching. My name is Ryan with Iowa Classic Cars. That's my old neighbor Dustin, and we'll catch you next time.